Okay, for this work, you will be creating holiday ornament, and we'll be working on a snowflake. So you could choose, you could Google up snowflakes and choose a pattern that you want to draw. So I'm going to do a very simple snowflake, and from my example, you go ahead and do one on your own. Okay, so I'm just going to name this as holiday ornament, or you could name it snowflake. So we'll start with a sketch, and we'll start on the front view. Press the letter N on your keyboard, and then turn off the right, the front, and the top. And then we'll start off with a line. So, or actually we'll start off with a corner rectangle, starting from the origin. Click and then drag up. And for the first dimension, I'm going to use 0.125, and for the second dimension, I'll go with 2.5. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in, and now I'm going to use lines to draw the pattern that I want, so, or the horns of my snowflake. So I'll draw one right here, press escape, select line again, or press letter L, draw another one here. Okay, so I'll just keep on repeating this. So I'll draw one here. And again, the pattern of your snowflake will be on you. Okay, you come up with your own. So let's say I have this here as well. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the parallel constraint to make sure that all the lines are parallel. So I click the first one and then the second one. I'll click the first one and the third one. I'll click the first one and the fourth line. Click the first line and the fifth line. And I click the first line and the sixth line. Okay, so next I'll dimension the parallel lines. Click here and I'll use 0.125. Same with this one. I'll say it's going to be 0.125 as well. And then the last one is as well 0.125. Okay, so like I said, you could add up to your pattern if you want. You could add extensions like I'm gonna do here. Let's do that. Let me add another line right here, like so, and use the parallel constraint to make these two parallel, and then use the dimension to just dimension this as 0.125. All right, next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to close all these parallel lines. I'm just going to create that here. And then right here, right down here, and then also over here. So I'm just going to use the parallel constraint again to make sure that this is parallel with this line. And then this line is parallel with this one at the third. Okay, so now I'm going to use the trim tool because I don't need excess lines. I need to trim those lines. Like this one is an excess here, and then that point, this one as well. Okay. So again, I just use the trim tool to just remove any lines that I really don't need. So, and points. And this right here. And then you do the same with your design. Here, let me see if I'm missing anything right here as well. All right, so here's my snowflake so far. I think I want this to be mirrored over there also. So I'm going to just choose the line, and I'm going to look for the midpoint like that, and I'm just going to draw a line in between. And this line is just for me to serve as a guide. So I'm going to click on this line and select construction to turn that into a construction line. And then this line, I want to turn that into a construction line also. All right, now I'm going to use mirror. So I'm going to use mirror, so select a mirror line. So I'm going to select this line right here. And then I'm going to mirror. Oh, let me undo. Let me escape, press escape, and then undo that because I had this selected a while ago. So let me do that again. So mirror, I'm going to use this as my mirror line. And I'm going to select this to be the part that I am going to mirror. All right, now I press escape. And now I need to trim again some lines that I don't need, like this line. And that. Did I select that already? Okay, so I think these are just dimension lines, so that's why I cannot click on them anymore. All right, now that I have that, I'm going to mirror this entire right side. So again, I select mirror. I'm going to select this mirror line, and I'm going to mirror all of these. As you can see, it's showing up now. So here. I forgot that one. All right. Mirror that. And this. Okay, so now it's grayed. Color is gray on the inside. That means it's a closed shape at this time. So let me press escape. So I'm done mirroring. And now I just need to do a circular pattern. But before I do that, I'm just going to trim this line here because I don't need that. And then that line as well. Again, any extra lines that might cause the laser cutter to cut those parts also we have to get rid of. And then next, I'm going to use where it says linear pattern. I click on this arrow and select circular pattern. And I'm going to create a circular pattern. So I need to select these two lines here at the bottom. It will create a circular pattern for me. And now I'm just going to select everything that I want to show up in my pattern. Okay, so making sure that I'm selecting every single line of my design. If that line did not turn orange yet, that means it's not selected yet. Okay. And there you go. So I've selected all of it. Now I have a snowflake with 3 prongs. If I turn that to 4, that's how it looks like. So I think 6 would look better. And there you go. So I got 6. And I click outside of it. And there you go. I have a pattern. And then next, all I have to do now is trim any excess. Like I don't need these things here. So I need to trim all of these lines. Make sure that none of these lines in the middle stays. And any points also. Okay, so I think I got all of it. So I click check, and the sketch is in red. Doesn't really matter for now, even if the lines are not black. Turn into isometric and then extrude it. As long as it's extrudable, it will work in the laser cutter. And I'm just gonna put 0.125 and check. So here is my Okay, snowflake, my holiday ornament. I know you guys could do a better job than I did. Again, just do a Google search and then just look for some patterns out here. As you notice, on the inside, your line should be a little shorter than the lines that you have on the outside so that they don't touch each other. Okay, so that's the secret to creating this type of a pattern. And then we will laser cut this in class. So save your work and make sure that you share this with me. So just do a share because there's a different way for us to uh, laser cut this. It's not like 3D printing where you have to save the STL file. All right, go do your own design.